Just days before a critical Federal Reserve meeting, President Trump has run into a legal roadblock. His attempt to remove Fed Governor Lisa Cook was blocked by a federal judge, at least for now. Trump has already filed an appeal, racing against the clock to try and get Cook off the Fed's board before policymakers meet next week to decide on interest rates. This isn't just about one official. It's about the independence of America's central bank, the limits of presidential power, and the direction of the U.S. economy. On August 25th, Trump announced he was firing Lisa Cook, claiming he had cause, based on allegations of mortgage fraud raised by Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte. Cook and her lawyers hit back immediately, calling those claims clerical errors and irrelevant to her role at the Fed. Within days, she sued the administration, and on Tuesday night, a federal judge ruled that Trump cannot remove her while her lawsuit is ongoing. The very next morning, Trump's team filed an appeal, hoping an appellate court will side with him before the Fed's September 16th-17th meeting. So why does this matter? Because the Federal Reserve is the most important financial institution in the world. Its decisions on interest rates affect everything, from your mortgage to your credit card debt to the stock market. Trump has been pressuring the Fed to cut rates more aggressively, but the central bank is expected to move cautiously, likely announcing a rate cut next week, but not at the pace Trump wants. Keeping Lisa Cook on the board could mean one more voice resisting political pressure. Lisa Cook is not a household name, but she's a trailblazer. Appointed to the Fed's Board of Governors in 2022, she became the first black woman to hold that role. Before that, she was a professor at Michigan State University, specializing in economic history and innovation. She's respected among economists, but she's also been a target for critics who claim she's too close to progressive policy ideas. For Trump, she represents both a political opponent and a potential roadblock to his preferred economic strategy. Why is Trump so determined to remove her? His administration argues the allegations around her past mortgages constitute grounds for dismissal. But behind that legal reasoning lies a political goal: reshaping the Fed. Trump has clashed with the central bank before, famously attacking Jerome Powell during his first presidency. This time, he's trying to put loyalists in place, hoping to push the Fed toward faster rate cuts that could juice the economy before the 2026 midterms. Cook's lawsuit sets up a historic test of presidential power. The Fed was designed to be independent, shielded from day-to-day politics. Can a president really fire a sitting Fed governor mid-term? The law has never been tested like this. The federal judge's ruling this week doesn't settle the question permanently. It just freezes the situation while the case moves forward. Now, Trump's appeal could put the decision in the hands of higher courts within days. The timing couldn't be more critical. The Fed meets September 16th and 17th, with markets expecting a rate cut, the first of the year. Trump wants a much deeper cut, but Fed officials have signaled they'll move cautiously, wary of reigniting inflation. Lisa Cook's vote may not tip the balance alone, but symbolically, her presence pushes back against the idea that the White House can strong-arm the Fed. Investors, economists, and ordinary Americans will all be watching closely. So how does this courtroom drama affect you? If Trump succeeds in reshaping the Fed, interest rates could fall faster. That might mean cheaper loans, but it could also mean higher inflation. If Cook stays, the Fed is more likely to stick with its slower, steady path. In short, this fight isn't just about power, it's about the balance between stable prices and political influence over the economy. To recap, Trump tried to fire Fed Governor Lisa Cook. A judge blocked him, saying she stays while her lawsuit continues. Trump has appealed, hoping to remove her before the Fed's big rate decision next week. This showdown could reshape the way America thinks about the independence of its central bank, and it's happening right as the Fed decides the cost of borrowing for millions of Americans. What do you think? Should presidents have the power to fire Fed officials midterm? Or should the Fed remain untouchable from politics? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping your money and your future.